because you're talking to the wrong folk.
All right. Say it.
See, it's a couple things that got to happen for us, for Jesus to manifest in our lives. The first thing, in order, if you want to see the manifestations of the Lord, turn your Bibles to James, the 4th chapter. See, the first thing to manifest to God, you first got to submit yourself to Him. Submit means that I'm going to undergird myself up under. That I'm going to take my opinion and put it down to pick up their opinion. So when you look up at James, the 4th chapter, I want you to pay attention to verse 1. When you look at verse 1, he said, what is causing the quarrels and the fight amongst you? See, he said, what's going on the inside of you? What's going on? Why are you fighting? He said, don't they come from those evil desires at war within you? See, you thought I was going to say, your enemy.
Come on. You.
He said, with you, what's going on with those evil desires at war within you? He said, you want what you don't have. He said, so you scheme and you kill to get it. He said, you are jealous of what others have, but you can't get it. So if you fight and wage war to take it away from them, he said, yeah, you don't have what you want because you don't ask God for it.
Right.
He said, because see, you want what somebody else got, but then yet you want to try to work hard to get it. And God said, see, you got the wrong motive because you didn't even ask me for it. So now you trying to get it in your own strength.
All right.
Now you operating in jealousy and envy. And he said, I never called you to operate in that.
Amen.
He said, yeah, in verse 3, he said, and even when you ask, and then after you did all that, now you want to ask him. He said, now you don't get it because your motives are all wrong.
All right.
He said, you only want what would give you pleasure. He said, see, now you being selfish. You want what give you pleasure. You ain't asking me what I want for you.
Thank you.
But you want what's pleasing to you. Verse 4, he said, you adulterous. See, because I just told you had to be in a marriage. He said, but see, now you in a marriage with me, but yet you taking things on your own. You trying to handle the situation. You saying, if God don't do it, I got a plan B. If God don't do it, I can go to the title pawn. If God don't do it, I'll go to my sister and borrow the money from her. If God don't do it, come on here, I just get me an extra job. See, God said, see, now you ain't nothing but adulterer, because see, now instead of you believing me, you want to go and ask somebody else for help. He said, because see, if you're going to submit to me, you're going to know that I'm going to work it out for you. But yeah, you let these thoughts come in your mind, and you say, because I'm going to work it out myself. I don't need you. He said, don't you realize that friendship with the world makes you an enemy of God? He said, but just because you ain't asking me and you make a decision on your own, you have now made yourself an enemy of God. And then now you're trying to worry about talking about it's the devil. And don't even realize now you won't left the marriage. That devil, and God, and the devil looking at you like that fool. She sitting up here thinking it's me and don't even realize she divorced him. Because you didn't ask him. See, because when you in a marriage, you got to consult with your spouse before you make a decision. And if you understand that you was married, you'll understand that you will consult with God. But see, you saying you married to God, but you got a single mindset.
Come on. Help us right there.
The Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all your ways. You sit up here talking I'm married to God, but you thinking like a single person.
Come on.
He said, because if you was in covenant with him, you'll be asking God what it is that I need to do.
Amen.
He said, but yet, see, you first got to think like a married person. Because even though I'm single in the natural, but I'm married to God in the spirit, so I got to ask God for decision and for guidance before I go do this.
Amen.
But see, when you go and do it on your own, you are divorcing God, and now you're making yourself an enemy to God. And that's why you ain't seen the promises fulfilled. Because you're doing it on your own. He said, I can't manifest Because you already came in